What once beloved person, thing, or organization is now a complete joke. Streaming sites, digital goods. People are switching to piracy and hard copies. It pissed people off when they found out that they don't actually own the digital media they buy. Even sites that claim you own the digital copies is false. Read your terms and conditions. People are pretty mad about having to pay extra to get rid of ads on top of already paying for premium too. I wouldn't be surprised to see other digital platforms following this line. I would be a bit surprised if Netflix incorporated it though. Suddenly, Jerry Lewis and his annual Labor Day telethon for NDA. After Jerry left was ousted, they dwindled it down from a 20+ hours marathon to a few hours until eventually it got cancelled. I grew up in an era, and watching the NDA telethon was an annual tradition, rejoicing how every year Jerry managed to raise more than the last. It was just non-stop hours of Hollywood's finest singing and dancing away on your TV for Jerry's kids. It was really something. Rudy Giuliani, a lie on track to become a future president nominee right after the 9/11 attack on the democracy and freedoms of the American people, but blew it all trying to fix elections through fraudulence and deceit. What a total douchebag. Even his daughter can't stand what he has become. Autism Speaks. It's a horrible organization that cares more about giving money to the warrior mummies instead of helping autistic children. It shows autism to be a horrible disease instead of just another disability, which it is. They promote dangerous and absurd ways to handle meltdowns and refuse to listen to concern of actual autistic people. So yeah, fuck the puzzle piece. Oprah. I know she gets a lot of hate now, deservedly so, for supporting many horrendous grifters. However, when her show first aired, I admired her as someone who seemed genuine and who discussed issues that people in my neighborhood would never openly talk about. She was the only counter-narrative to my family's deeply held problematic beliefs. J.K. Rowling. The decline was already happening well before the whole transphobic conversation. She kept adding random trivia to the books after they were already finished and done. Felt like a shallow attempt to keep relevant. The worst I remember was when they explained how wizards just defecated on the floors before the invention of plumbing. J.K. Rowling. When you sacrifice what you claim to stand for and consort with the enemies of your cause to tear down something you claim to support, you know you've fallen far. Also, her world building was always mid. Apple. When Steve Jobs placed out, they just spiraled right on down to planned obsolescence. Google was once thought of as a technical marvel of a company that put out consistently great products and had a strong sense of ethics. They are begrudgingly accepted now at best and actively disliked by many for their consistently diminishing quality, questionable ethics, and horrendous privacy. Amazon. Watching Prime Video, and I thought removing the ability to filter out the front-loaded crap to subscribe to other companies or buy movies was bad a few months ago. But now they're forcing ads on us. I already pay to be ad-free. Otherwise I'd be watching TV. Honestly, anything Elon touches. He was once touted as the eccentric weirdo who would change the world. Now, I'm pretty sure he will have a major hand in, if not entirely orchestrating, the downfall of humanity. So yeah, I guess he will still change the world. I will get so much hate for this, but the USA. When I was a kid, everyone I knew dreamed of going to the US and living there. It felt like it was untouchable. Everything that came from there was so damn cool. Then Trump happened. I'm sure this will get downvoted to hell if it's seen, but J.K. Rowling, she used to be a beloved author, and now she's just a hateful rich woman actively calling for harm to a minority that's already under a lot of hate. People Paula Deen, Ellen DeGeneres, and Will Smith. Ding Tai Beanie Babies. Organization Boeing, Disney. Side note, remember when Crocs used to be a joke and somehow made a comeback? Didn't Pitta start out being sort of reasonable? Their Holocaust on Your Plate campaign when I was in high school was the turning point for me when they started to look really unhinged. Greenpeace. Nary a word about the whale deaths that are occurring along the eastern seaboard as companies continue to explore and test the seabed for suitable wind turbine farm locations. IDK how I don't see JK rolling on here. Just completely shit on her legacy as a beloved children's author to become an anti-trans piece of shit. Never beloved except by celebrity whores. Now worshipped by half of US and neo-Christians worship him the most. Trump the Orange Jesus. O.J. Simpson was once a star football player. With his passing, he is hardly remembered at all for his performance on the field. Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen DeGeneres, and Paula Deen. All they had to do was keep their mouth shut or treat people like humans. I don't know about beloved, but Prince Harry's popularity took a pretty steep dive in a relatively short period of time. Bill Cosby. I'm sure someone else has said it already, but I didn't see it in the half-second scroll I did. Disney. Maybe not the joke, but reputation and value go down. Costs go up, especially Disney World Land. Google. Not quite a complete joke, but if you remove "don't be evil" as your motto, it won't be long. Susan G. Komen for breast cancer. Almost all the money goes to paying the foundation members. Dilbert. Once a comic success story, now the creators are laughingstock, and deservedly so. Netflix went from being the hero to the villain of the streaming world in a few short years. OJ said he was gonna dedicate his life to finding the real killer. Now we'll never know. Twitter, and because of Twitter, Elon is also a complete joke. Two birds with one stone. Roseanne. Maybe not beloved, but very popular and funny. Just run completely off the rails. Bill Cosby has pretty much become a joke after the Hannibal Burgess accusations. Bill Cosby. He went from being known as America's dad to a sexual predator. OJ. Based on the collective fuck yeah when his death was announced. Eric Clapton sued Lee for spouting off about what a racist bigot he is. Netflix lived long enough to watch themselves become the villain. O.J. Simpson was once someone people admired and were entertained by. Probably never was beloved, but he sure is a joke now. Elon Musk. The Sims for and its never-ending list of expensive expansions. Justin Trudeau in Canada. Boy, do people hate him now.